The FIA has just dropped explosive new evidence on Lando Norris' controversial Abu Dhabi overtake, shaking the F1 world to its core. This revelation could put Norris' championship at risk, potentially handing Max Verstappen the opportunity to seize the 2025 title. The twist? Norris went off track to avoid a collision with Tsunoda, but telemetry now suggests the move may have provided a measurable performance advantage, intensifying scrutiny from the FIA. And the fallout? The paddock is in chaos, Red Bull strategists are recalculating every point, and the championship could swing dramatically depending on the FIA's ruling. Subscribe now, you cannot miss a single update as this blockbuster controversy unfolds and the F1 title hangs in the balance. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2025 took a dramatic and unexpected turn as the FIA released new evidence regarding Lando Norris' controversial overtake on Yuki Tsunoda. Initially considered a routine maneuver, the recently surfaced footage and telemetry data revealed that Norris had gone off track, potentially gaining a performance advantage. This revelation immediately sent shockwaves through the paddock, as teams and fans realized the championship implications could be significant. Telemetry data confirmed that Norris' car achieved a subtle but measurable increase in exit speed during the off-track overtake. This boost allowed him to carry momentum onto the following straight more effectively than if he had stayed within track limits. Engineers and FIA analysts alike noted that this measurable performance gain could influence lap times and final positioning, making the maneuver far more consequential than originally thought. High-speed video provided undeniable evidence of the off-track maneuver. Multiple camera angles showed Norris' trajectory clearly cutting across the track while overtaking Tsunoda, optimizing his line and minimizing tire scrubbing. Frame-by-frame analysis highlighted how the off-track advantage translated into improved acceleration and cornering stability, confirming that the move was performance-enhancing and not merely evasive. Driver behavior and context were scrutinized in parallel with the data. Norris had to make a split-second decision to avoid potential contact, yet the evidence suggests that the off-track path also allowed him to maintain higher speed. Understanding this nuance is critical. The FIA must balance driver safety against competitive advantage, and this maneuver now sits at the center of that debate. The combination of human reaction and mechanical gain makes this a pivotal moment in the championship. Consistency and repeatability were also analyzed. Engineers reviewed laps before and after the overtake to determine if leaving the track consistently provided benefits. Data indicated that the trajectory allowed for improved corner exit speeds on multiple occasions, showing that the advantage was reproducible rather than accidental. This repeatability is central to the FIA's consideration of penalties or points deductions. The paddock reaction was immediate and intense. Rival teams, analysts, and fans dissected the leaked footage and telemetry, calculating potential implications for the championship. Red Bull strategists quickly assessed how Verstappen could benefit if Norris were penalized, highlighting the high-stakes nature of the scenario. The drama and uncertainty amplified the tension across the F1 community. Finally, this revelation underscores the precision and scrutiny of modern Formula One oversight. Every maneuver, particularly one with championship implications, is analyzed using telemetry, simulations, and high-speed footage. Norris' off-track overtake exemplifies how milliseconds and subtle vehicle dynamics can determine race outcomes and even the title. The FIA's evidence sets the stage for a potentially dramatic conclusion to the 2025 season, leaving fans and teams on edge as the championship hangs in the balance. The FIA's investigation into Lando Norris' controversial overtake in Abu Dhabi generated a massive set of raw data, allowing analysts to reconstruct the maneuver in extreme detail. Telemetry captured every critical aspect of the McLaren's performance, including steering angle, throttle application, brake pressure, and wheel speed. This detailed data enabled the FIA to quantify the exact advantage gained by leaving the track, providing a clear framework for potential sanctions. Mechanical simulations were used to replicate the off-track maneuver under controlled conditions. By feeding telemetry data into computational models, engineers tested tire loads, suspension response, and aerodynamic efficiency. The simulations confirmed that the maneuver produced a measurable performance advantage, offering insight into how Norris' off-track trajectory could have influenced lap times and overall race results. High-speed video analysis provided visual evidence to complement the numerical data. Multiple camera angles captured the overtake in detail, showing how Norris' line allowed for cleaner cornering and more efficient acceleration. Frame-by-frame examination revealed subtle advantages in car positioning and speed that were not apparent in real time, underscoring the importance of combining video with telemetry to assess racing maneuvers accurately. Driver input was analyzed to understand the human element behind the maneuver. Norris' split-second decision-making, including steering, throttle modulation, and braking, was considered in context with the telemetry. The FIA assessed how much control the driver exerted to maintain speed while avoiding a collision, balancing safety considerations against competitive advantage to determine the potential fairness and legality of the overtake. The repeatability of the advantage was a critical aspect of the analysis. Engineers examined multiple laps to determine whether leaving the track consistently resulted in improved exit speeds or cornering stability. The findings indicated that the maneuver did provide a consistent performance gain, which is a key factor when evaluating whether a points deduction or other sanction is justified under F1 regulations. The paddock's reaction to the raw data was intense. Rival teams scrutinized leaked telemetry and footage, debating how the evidence might affect the championship outcome. Red Bull strategists calculated the implications for Verstappen, who could benefit if Norris were penalized. Fans and analysts dissected every detail, highlighting the high-stakes drama that a single maneuver can create in a tightly contested championship. Finally, the integration of telemetry, mechanical simulations, high-speed footage, and driver input illustrates the comprehensive and meticulous approach used by the FIA. Every aspect of Norris' overtake was scrutinized to ensure regulatory compliance and competitive fairness. This raw data doesn't just inform a potential penalty, it provides transparency and clarity for teams and fans, showing how even split-second actions can dramatically influence the outcome of an entire F1 season. In modern Formula One, technical analysis is critical for understanding the implications of every maneuver, and the FIA's evaluation of Norris' Abu Dhabi overtake exemplifies this. Detailed telemetry captured steering angles, throttle inputs, brake pressures, wheel speed, and tire loading, allowing analysts to quantify the exact performance gain Norris achieved by going off track. This granular data forms the foundation of the FIA's technical assessment and any potential sanctions. Telemetry analysis showed that the off-track maneuver provided Norris with a measurable increase in corner exit speed, allowing him to carry momentum onto the following straight more effectively than staying within track limits. Engineers could precisely calculate the effect on lap times, confirming that the maneuver offered a tangible advantage beyond mere collision avoidance, which is central to the FIA's evaluation of potential penalties. Mechanical simulations were used alongside the telemetry to model the dynamics of the car under these conditions. Simulations assessed suspension behavior, tire loading, and aerodynamic flow to determine how the off-track trajectory influenced handling and acceleration. This multi-layered approach allowed engineers to predict how similar maneuvers could impact performance in repeatable scenarios, which is essential in evaluating consistency and fairness. High-speed video analysis corroborated telemetry and simulation data. Multiple camera angles provided frame-by-frame visualization of the overtake, showing how Norris' line reduced tire scrubbing and optimized his racing trajectory. This visual confirmation ensured that numerical data aligned with real-world dynamics, making the FIA's technical case stronger and more transparent to teams and fans alike. Driver behavior was also analyzed to understand the human input during the maneuver. Norris' steering, throttle modulation, and braking were scrutinized in conjunction with telemetry to determine how much control the driver exerted to maintain speed while avoiding collision. This analysis helps distinguish between a necessary safety maneuver and one that confers a competitive advantage, which is a key factor in FIA rulings. Environmental factors were incorporated into the technical evaluation. Track temperature, wind speed, and tire condition were monitored to ensure that the performance gains were not incidental but reproducible under variable conditions. This comprehensive approach helps the FIA understand how environmental variables may have influenced Norris' advantage, adding further depth to the technical review. Finally, the integration of telemetry, mechanical simulations, video analysis, and driver behavior demonstrates the sophistication of modern Formula One oversight. The FIA's technical assessment ensures that every maneuver is scrutinized with precision, providing transparency and fairness while safeguarding the integrity of the championship. Norris' overtake serves as a prime example of how minute technical advantages can have massive consequences in the battle for the title.